YouTube, hello! This is a demo for the game Folklands. This demo is still currently available on Steam. You can wishlist the game as well, although there is no planned release date. This is a city builder, colony simulation, resource management style of game. At the end of the demo, I had about 2.5 hours of game time where I started writing this not a review, and you're able to go grab it yourself now if you want to. I'm going to talk about the devs for a little bit. I'm going to talk about the game for a little bit and show you some of that. And then I'll talk about the map generation and what it's like to start a new game as well. After that, we'll summarize everything and you can make your judgment on whether or not you want to play the game. So let's get right into it right now. So I actually spoke to the devs for this game on their Discord. They are 3 brothers and they make up the group Bromantic Games, that is the developer. They are using a publisher Tribal Storm according to the Steam page. Folklands is an honor to the classics. It's kind of a love project for them. They played games like Settlers, Caesar, Anno, and Transport Tycoon, others like that. I do have a few points that they wanted to kind of press on that were going to stand out that they want to implement. They do want to have simulated citizens within the game. They are focused on peaceful cooperation and not on combat. As well as some of the patch notes are actually showing, well, maybe not patch notes, but the dev blog is actually showing they're going to be focusing on redoing the money from the demo as well. They do want to make it moddable with workshop integration on Steam. And then the one point that I think that is really cool that they wanted to look at was drop in and drop out multiplayer. I think that is something pretty unique for a city builder as far as games that I've played in the past. I'm going to load up my game now, and we will talk more about some of the specifics with the buildings and things like that once we get into it. So this is the state of my save while we were at the end of the demo. I do want to point out one of the parts of the discussions I had with the devs on their Discord, which if I remember I will link down below, was I actually started the conversation saying that I was mining stone, I was cutting down logs, I was using the logs to make boards in the sawmill, and they were glad to have me on board as we were having the conversation. That's also where I found out that they got a lot of feedback from the demo. They are going to be changing and updating a lot of things in the game for the future from the feedback that they got. I did want to point out a couple of things that I thought were really cool about the style of city builder that this is. The one thing that I thought was interesting is the roads you see in a building are actually the roads, or they can be used as roads without having to build roads around them. So if you're looking at this is the stone mine that I already have, and the road that is to the right of it is actually part of the building when you are going to place it. That road is just there. And you can move that around, but it actually counts as a road that all of your villagers can pass down. I didn't end up noticing that was really a thing until I was actually building a storage. The storage building has roads going all the way through it in every direction. Another really good example of this is actually the market. I've got my market here where there is a road going by and then there's the road for the market. What I've noticed since then is if I build a new market, it has the road going through the building itself, but you're able to put that right on the roadway, so you don't actually need a separate building for that. And I thought that was pretty cool, pretty unique. There are different levels of the buildings. So you have a small house, which is the style that you build here. And then if your citizens are happy and that is a desirable home, which they do have a desirability display that you can toggle on and off, overlay. They can actually automatically upgrade to a small house tier 2. That is something, if they are the supplies in town, the house is happy, they will automatically do this on their own. I did play all the way through the demo. I think this is the majority of the different buildings that you can have, although not all of them are fully implemented yet. And you can hear right there that sawing sound is actually when they make a log in the sawmill. I'm gonna load up a new map and show off a little bit of the creation of what you could do with the map, because it is quite massive for how big my little settlement here is. And there are some interesting options that I feel like you should see there as well. We're back out at the main menu now, and I wanted to show off some of the options that you have when you start a new adventure. I'm going to click on that, and it brings up this menu here. There are different map sizes. The one that I chose for my save that we were looking at before was a normal map size. There's also a small map size, which once you change an option, you do have to hit regenerate to actually see the effect of that option. And you can kind of see the difference. There's also going to be a huge map size that is available in the full game, which I think would be really interesting to build on. I always like going with large maps and things like RimWorld and stuff like that, just for the sake of it. There are different water levels that you can use. I had chosen normal before. They have a puddles option, which is just a lot more land, a lot less water. They also have an oceanic option, which I assume would be like the harder difficulty. You have some land here and there, but a lot of your map is water. There are also options for either scarce or plentiful resources, so you can have it either easier or harder through that as well. One thing I would like to bring up with the scarce resources is it did look like at least some of the materials in the game are kind of finite, not infinite. I was mining stone specifically around where my stone building was. That's why I built that there. And eventually that stone does go away, even by the end of the demo. So it might be a little challenging to actually play in scarce resources, which I think is kind of interesting. We're going to go, and I'm going to summarize the video. This has been not a review of the Folklands demo on Steam. I'll have a link to the Steam page if you want to check the demo out yourself down below. Let me know in the comments if you do, and what you like or what you don't like about the game. I'll leave a link to the Discord for the developers as well, so you can contact them if you wish. And then, if you want to check out more Nada reviews of games, subscribe down below. Leave a comment on what other games or what other demos you would like to see done this way. And anything about the format. If you have opinions on what would be good to do with these or what would be bad to do with them, I'm just starting out. So, I will take all of that feedback down below as well. I do stream on Twitch a few days a week. I'll have that linked down below. And like the video if you thought it was helpful. Thank you for watching. My Let's Play. Fuck me. Settlers, Caesar. Jesus Christ, I have to start that over. That was bad. I am still talking. The music is still going. I'm a comfortable distance from my mic, and then I'm gonna end the test here.